Hello, this is your Commodore, Ty Coles, your commanding officer to everything in pop culture, specifically the nerdy stuff. So, if you like what you see, why not take a couple seconds, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell, and smash the like button. It will really help out the channel, and it doesn't cost you a dime. So, we're into another Wandavision review. This one will be episode 6, all new Halloween Spooktacular. So finally, we get the Halloween episode that we've seen clips of for months. Let's just start off with the intro they use is a mesh between like Malcolm in the Middle and I can't remember which one, but it's like a Disney show almost with the handheld camera following them around. And of course this is in the 90s. We have Billy being like almost like a narrator to us, like, and doing a fourth wall break, like he's talking to the audience. And he's saying, what's so good about Halloween?
Halloween's a magical holiday, all about family, friends, and the thrill of getting to be someone else for a day. Wrong. Halloween's about candy and scaring people, but mostly candy.
It's the candy. Of course. Duh. Well, at that age, it's the candy. When you get older, it's something else. And we get to see the rivalry between the two. So we really get some good chemistry between them.
I'm the coolest one? What does that make me?
We get to see Pietro. And he's sleeping on the couch, but he looks like that fake kind of sleeping. They're like, should we wake him? It's like 4 in the afternoon. And he jumps up, and you get to see him speed around the house with them. Wanda comes down the stairs and...
Somebody better be bleeding, broken, or on fire.
She's wearing her comic book costume of Scarlet Witch, and she describes it as a Sokovian sorcerer. Her brother thinks it's lame.
Whoa, are you old Red Riding Hood?
I'm a Sokovian fortune teller.
Wow, that is so lame.
Flashback to when Pietro and her were young kids, and they're trick-or-treating in Sokovia, and it doesn't look that pretty.
That's not exactly how I remember it.
He probably suppressed a lot of the trauma.
Wanda remembers it differently, so it's already starting that she's wondering what the hell is happening with Pietro. Then, of course, Vision comes down, and he's dressed the way he looked in the comics. He says that he's going to be heading out now because he's going to be helping with the neighborhood watch. We get the kid's point of view saying, Mommy and Daddy are not really that happy together or something to that extent. So, it's going to, I guess it's carrying on that Vision is very skeptical of what Wanda is doing.
Mom and Dad have been not fighting, just like different.
Be good.
As he's going, Wanda doesn't want him to leave, but Pietro steps in and he says, I'll do it with them. And then he takes Tommy and they go run off and get some costumes.
Don't sweat it, sis. I got the old XY chromosome. Uncle Peter the rescue, huh?
You don't even have a costume.
And Pietro looks like he did in the comic books with his costume. Do you want to get an Ace Ventura vibe from him when he came back?
Right in there.
Now we're back in the real world, and Monica's talking with the director because she's upset that he double-crossed and that antagonizing Wanda is not the solution.
We just surrender to that? Not happening.
We can't outgun her. And clearly antagonizing her is only making things worse. If Wanda is the problem, she has to be our solution.
The only way to defeat someone that has power that was given by an Infinity Stone is someone else that has the power of an Infinity Stone. So technically there's only 2 people that could even stand a chance against her right now that we know of. And that is Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. Maybe Vision. Maybe. But he's dead. As far as we know. So, for their subordinate actions, the director kicks Monica, Agent Wu, and Dr. Lewis off the base. They decide, nope, we're not doing it, and attack the guards that were supposed to escort them out. Darcy was shocked, of course. And then we go back into the hex. Scarlet's talking to Pietro about their past, trying to figure out who he actually is. He's like, I know what you're doing.
Of that kid who was always trying to steal your boots. You know, he was the one, he had the skin thing.
You're testing me.
No, I'm not.
Hey, it's cool.
It's interesting that Pietro talks about Shangri-La, and that Wanda created Shangri-La.
I mean, if I had found Shangri-La, I wouldn't want to be reminded of the past either.
And for those that don't know what Shangri-La is, it's a remote, beautiful, imaginary place where life approaches perfection. So essentially a utopia. A remote, usually idyllic hideaway. So again, just proves my point that Wanda is hiding from reality. I'm just curious, where did all the kids come from? Because in the last episode, we specifically heard Vision say there were no kids, and then all of a sudden we got kids.
Wonder why are there no other children in Westview?
Oh, there are, just stop it.
Oh no. The playground stands empty every morning I walk to work. Why?
Competition, Tommy. It is if you're a winner. Tommy.
Unleash Hell Demon Spawn!
So that's interesting. Pietro and the twins are causing a muckus. Herb, who's actually doing the neighborhood watch, is getting all this information. We see it happening as he's saying it. Of course, Wanda's seeing it as well. She suggests Vision help him, but this is when we find out that Vision wasn't scheduled to work with them, with the neighborhood watch this time.
And now everyone's covered in silly string? Sorry, Wanda, I got a balance.
Well, maybe Vision can help you out.
Vision? Oh, he's not gonna do it.
So we cut to Vision. It's a little later on during the day, and we're starting to see some weird behavior with this one woman trying to hang up a decoration over and over and over again.
And she's crying.
And then we get the commercial, which is like a claymation commercial for Your Magic Yogurt. Okay, this is a very dark commercial where the shark comes up, hands this kid that's stranded on a desert island like some yogurt. But the kid couldn't open it and dies. And it's your magic yogurt for your survival, for something. So it makes you think something is happening there where if they can't figure it out, they will die. So there's someone that's the shark, created this, or gave you this, but the person that he gave it to can't use it. So back from commercial break, the kids are going to go play around, but Wanda says, don't go past this place.
If you're gonna break the sound barrier, please just take your brother with you.
Really? Really?
Really? Yeah. And please just remember,
Don't go past Ellis Avenue.
And she's continually talking to Pietro. And Pietro's trying to get more information out of her, like the rest of us.
Where were you hiding all these kids up till now?
What?
I assume they were all just sleeping peacefully in their beds. No need to traumatize me on the occasional holiday episode cameo, am I right?
No,
You're
He remembers being shot lying in the street. And then she called him, and here he is.
I got shot like a chump in the street for no reason at all, and next thing I know, I heard you calling me. I knew you needed me.
So, again, another question's raised. Did Wanda reanimate her brother as well, but as something different? Or did someone else bring him back to life to keep her under control? Back in the base, Agent Wu, Monica, and Darcy discover what the director has been doing, and he's tracking everyone and Vision as well by the vibranium inside the hex.
Hayward figured out a way to look through the boundary, and he didn't share it with the group.
Is this Wanda right here?
No. The program is tracking the decay signature of vibranium.
Vision.
And they see where Vision, they're following Vision, and they're saying that there's no movement where he is. Cut to where he is inside the hex, and everyone's just standing there with no movement, no nothing. They're just standing there.
Say, excuse me. Ma'am? Are those your children?
So as he's moving away from Wanda, there's less and less motion happening in the hex. The further Wanda gets away, the less she needs those people to interact with, so they just freeze in what they were doing last. It's like when you pause a movie. He finally finds Agnes there. This is where many of us are speculating that Agnes is just playing along, because despite being the furthest away, she's still moving. She's still talking. Vision does his mind stone trick on her, and she says, Wanda's preventing us from leave. Help us. Save us from her.
No one leaves. Wanda won't even let us think about it.
This is where many people think Agnes is the actual one doing it, whereas I see Wanda's doing it, but not at her own accord. Because fast forward to where she's with Pietro, and she pretty much admits to it, doing what's happening.
I think it's wrong.
Are you kidding? I'm impressed. Seriously, it's a pretty big leap from giving people nightmares and shooting red wiggly woos out your hands.
But doesn't know how it started.
I don't know how I did it. I only remember feeling completely alone.
So my theory is that whoever Agnes is, maybe Agatha, or even a higher power like Mephisto, initially created this to lure her in. Because you stop Wanda, you stop your biggest threat. And like I've mentioned on another person's live stream, Wanda is quite easily manipulated to do the bidding of another person, be it Strucker, Ultron, or whoever this might be. Like, her emotions dictate what she does. Quite evident in this episode that's what's happening. Wanda's creating this environment, but someone's pulling the strings from behind. So Vision tries to escape, but he's being trapped by the hex. Everyone's out there looking at this happen with guns drawn. Dr. Lewis is actually concerned about him. And yet they still do nothing. Vision starts to disintegrate as he's forcing himself out, because in the real world, he's dead. Billy hears him and goes to his mom, where we get the line from Pietro, well, your dead husband can't die again. She blasts him.
Hey, don't sweat it, sis. It's not like your dead husband could die twice.
Showing that she cares more about Vision than her supposed brother. And then freezes everyone, and she starts to extend the boundary. And it absorbs back Vision, Darcy, as well as the S.W.O.R.D base and several S.W.O.R.D members. And it's interesting that they turn into clowns and a circus. Because what is a circus there for? Entertainment. So this gives you an idea of what Wanda thinks of them. They are entertainment to her. The people that work for S.W.O.R.D are clowns. They are a joke. But the director manages to escape with 2 other people. Also, Wu and Monica escaped. We might get an origin story of how she becomes Phantom.
You've gone through the boundary twice already, Monica. The energy inside has rewritten your cells on a molecular level twice. It's changing you.
That is Wandavision for you, episode 6. It's interesting to find out what is happening. We got a little closer to figuring out who's controlling this, because it's clearly Wanda doing this, but who's controlling Wanda? That is the question now. We'll just have to wait and find out in the next episode, hopefully. No, 3 episodes left and a lot of questions. So for your Commodore Tycols, live long and prosper. Hailing frequencies closed.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, watch one of my other videos, and if you can show your support by donating to my PayPal.
So, for Commodore Ty, live long and prosper all, and for now, until next time, the hailing frequencies are closed.